Experience to videos online.
In 1994, Jeff Bezos and Mackenzie Scott started Amazon in their garage. Fast forward to the present, Bezos is one of the wealthiest men in the world, and Mackenzie was a key player in Amazon's early days. After incredible success, the couple divorced in 2019, and it became one of the most expensive splits in history. Mackenzie walked away with billions and the power to reshape her financial future, becoming one of the world's largest philanthropists. Their story is not just about building wealth, it's about the financial decisions they made together. Whether you're creating a business empire or simply managing a household budget, understanding money as a team is crucial. This video is all about financial literacy and how understanding money can help couples navigate everything from day-to-day expenses to long-term financial goals. We're going to cover essential money lessons every couple should know to strengthen their relationship and financial future. Stick with us till the end. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for more life-changing financial tips. The first and most important lesson is open communication about money. Financial stress is one of the biggest causes of conflict in relationships, but much of it can be avoided with transparency and regular conversations about finances. Whether you're newly dating or have been together for years, approach money as a team. Let's talk about 3 key moments in a relationship where financial conversations are critical: planning your first trip together, moving in together, and getting engaged. Each milestone presents an opportunity to strengthen your relationship through financial communication. Let's get started with planning your first trip together. Your first trip as a couple is an exciting milestone. You're exploring new places and building memories, but it's also a financial test. How you handle budgeting, splitting costs, and managing expenses will reveal a lot about your future financial compatibility. Before you start booking flights and accommodations, have a conversation about how you'll handle the trip's expenses. Will you split things equally, or have one person cover specific costs like transportation or lodging? Having this conversation early on avoids awkward surprises later. A simple approach might be, "I'm so excited for this trip, but before we start booking, let's talk about how we want to handle the costs. What's your take on budgeting for this?" The key here is transparency. Set a budget together, break it down into categories like transportation, lodging, and dining, and make sure both partners are comfortable with the plan. This way, the trip will be fun and stress-free financially at least. Your first trip should be an experience to cherish, not a financial headache. The way you and your partner approach these early financial decisions sets the tone for how you'll navigate bigger ones in the future. Think of it as a preview of how you'll budget for holidays, emergencies, and even major life milestones. And let's be honest, isn't it better to get comfortable talking about money over cocktails at sunset than arguing about a credit card bill later? Let's explore the essentials of moving in together. Moving in together is a huge step, both emotionally and financially. Sharing a space means sharing expenses, and it's important to establish a system that feels fair to both partners. Will you split everything 50-50 or contribute based on your income levels? Will you open a joint account for household bills or keep things separate? Start the conversation with, "I'm really happy we're taking this step. Let's talk about how we want to handle the finances so it's easy and fair for both of us." Discuss who will pay for what rent, utilities, groceries, and other shared expenses. Maybe one person handles the day-to-day payments while the other contributes in other ways. There's no right or wrong approach, but transparency and fairness are key. Moving in together is more than just combining your furniture and arguing about whose Netflix account to keep. It's about building financial harmony. Sharing a space means you're also sharing responsibilities. And one of the biggest responsibilities is managing household expenses. Some couples find success splitting bills down the middle, while others might opt for a proportional approach where each contributes according to their income. The key is making sure neither partner feels burdened or resentful. It's better to figure this out now, over who's buying groceries, than later when it's about mortgage payments or supporting a family. The earlier you figure out your financial flow, the easier the transition will be into more significant financial decisions down the road. All right, Let's dive into the topic of getting engaged. Engagement is thrilling, but it's also the right time to have serious conversations about your financial future. Marriage isn't just about love, it's about merging your financial lives. Are you saving for a house, kids, retirement? Will you combine your finances or keep certain accounts separate? This is also the time to discuss debt. Many couples enter marriage with student loans, credit card debt, or other financial obligations. Being open about debt now prevents misunderstandings later. Work together to create a plan for paying off debt and saving for the future. You could say, now that we're engaged, let's sit down and talk about our financial future. I want us to be on the same page about our goals and how we'll achieve them. Engagement is the perfect moment to align your financial priorities and start your marriage on solid ground. Engagement is more than just a shiny ring and wedding plans. It's your entry point into the world of joint financial planning. Let's face it, you're not just marrying a person, you're marrying their financial history too. Whether it's a hefty student loan or a pristine savings account, these details matter for your future. Sit down, have a serious discussion about what you both want long-term. Are you planning on buying a home? How about children, and when? What are your views on retirement? These are big conversations, but they'll save you so much trouble down the line. And remember, marriage is a partnership, which means aligning your financial goals as much as your personal ones. All right, the next essential money lesson is budgeting as a team. Budgeting isn't just about tracking spending, it's about building a financial partnership. When both partners are fully involved in budgeting, it strengthens your relationship and helps you stay on track with your financial goals. Surprisingly, many couples don't fully understand each other's financial situation. According to studies, 4 in 10 couples misestimate their partner's income sum by as much as $25,000 or more. But knowing each other's income is essential to making informed decisions about your financial future. Approach this topic with, let's sit down and go over our income so we can plan our budget together. This transparency lays the groundwork for a shared vision. It's not about comparing paychecks, it's about working together to reach shared goals, whether you're saving for a trip or a new home. Budgeting as a couple isn't about sticking to boring spreadsheets and restricting fun. It's about giving both partners a clear understanding of where money is going and what your financial priorities are. For some, this means sitting down once a month and reviewing the numbers. For others, it's more casual with small, frequent conversations to stay on the same page. The important thing is that both of you are fully engaged in the process. You don't want to be in a situation where one person is in charge of the finances while the other is left in the dark. Think of it this way. You're both co-pilots of your financial plane. You've got to know how to fly together if you want to reach your destination smoothly. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far and want more topics like this, comment below money lessons for couples, so I know. All right, let's move on to the next essential money lessons for couples, managing debt. Together, debt can be a tricky subject, but being upfront about it is crucial for maintaining trust and financial stability. Whether it's student loans, credit cards, or a mortgage, transparency about debt ensures you both know what you're dealing with. Imagine deciding to buy a house, only for one partner to reveal hidden debt when it's too late. This kind of financial secrecy can erode trust in a relationship. The best way to prevent this is to have an open conversation like, I want us to be completely open about our debt so we can make a plan together. Once you've laid everything out, create a plan for tackling debt together. Start by listing all debts, along with the balance, interest rate, and minimum payments. Focus on paying off high-interest debt first, like credit cards, while continuing to make minimum payments on the others. You could even consider debt consolidation if it simplifies repayment or reduces interest. The key is to work as a team. Debt doesn't have to be the elephant in the room. The sooner you and your partner talk about it, the sooner you can tackle it together. While debt can feel overwhelming, working as a team means sharing the load and creating a plan that works for both of you. Start with the basics. Make a list of everything you owe, and don't forget to consider the interest rates. Prioritize high-interest debts first while making minimum payments on the others. This strategy helps reduce the financial strain in the long term. Remember, paying off debt is like running a marathon, not a sprint. Pace yourselves, work together, and celebrate the wins along the way, no matter how small. Let's now turn our focus to understanding the transparency of assets and obligations, an essential aspect of our financial literacy journey. Debt is just one side of the coin. Don't forget assets and financial obligations. Be open about savings, investments, and any financial commitments you have, such as supporting family members or paying child support. Being transparent about assets and obligations creates a full financial picture and helps you plan your future more effectively. You could say, let's be on the same page about our debts, assets, and obligations so we can plan our finances better. This kind of transparency strengthens your relationship by building trust and ensuring there are no financial surprises. Transparency isn't just about debt, it's also about assets and obligations. Maybe you've got a healthy savings account, or perhaps there's a retirement fund you've been nurturing since your first job. On the flip side, maybe you're sending money to support a family member each month, or you have a financial obligation from a previous relationship, like child support. All these factors affect your financial standing as a couple. The sooner you lay everything out on the table, the better. Transparency creates trust, and trust creates security. When both partners know the full financial picture, it's easier to plan together for the future without surprises jumping out of the woodwork. Now let's talk about building a budget that works. Once you've discussed your financial situation openly, it's time to build a budget. A popular budgeting strategy is the 50-30-20 rule. 50% of your income goes toward necessities, 30% toward discretionary spending, and 20% for savings and debt repayment. But you don't have to stick to rigid formulas. The key is to find a system that works for both of you. One strategy to keep things balanced is to allocate some fun money for each partner. This allows for personal spending without feeling restricted by the budget. Budgeting isn't about cutting out all the fun, it's about creating a system where both partners feel secure and in control. Build the budget together to ensure you're working toward the same financial goals. Budgeting doesn't have to feel like a financial prison sentence. It's about creating a system that works for your relationship. Some couples find success with the 50-30-20 rule, while others might need a more flexible plan, especially if one partner's income fluctuates. No matter which method you choose, the key is building a budget that both partners feel comfortable with. One tip: give yourselves a little fun money. This prevents either of you from feeling restricted and adds a little flexibility. After all, life's too short to deny yourself that latte or the occasional splurge. By budgeting as a team, you're ensuring that both of you are on the same page about financial priorities without the friction of feeling limited. Moving forward to our next crucial money lessons: regular check-ins. Budgeting isn't a one-time task, it's an ongoing process. Set regular money dates to review your finances, discuss any changes in your financial situation, and adjust the budget as needed. Whether it's monthly or quarterly, these check-ins help keep both partners involved and committed to your financial plan. If one partner gets a raise or if an unexpected expense pops up, adjust your budget accordingly. The important thing is to stay in sync with each other and keep the communication flowing. Regular check-ins are like maintenance for your financial health. You don't want to wait until the engine of your budget overheats and breaks down. Set a consistent schedule, whether it's monthly or every quarter, to review your spending, savings, and any unexpected expenses that might have come up. Did one of you get a bonus at work? Great. Maybe that's a chance to boost your savings. Or did a surprise medical bill throw your budget off track? That's okay, too. It's all about adjusting together. These money dates don't have to be formal or boring. Make it fun. Go out for coffee or have a cozy night in and check in on your financial progress. You'll be surprised at how much easier it makes staying on the same page. The next financial lesson for couple: long-term planning. The key to financial success as a couple is not just day-to-day budgeting, but long-term planning. Are you saving for a house? How about retirement? Do you want to start a family? These are big questions that require planning and financial literacy. Start by setting clear, long-term goals together. Once you've established your priorities, work out a savings plan. For example, if you're saving for a home, decide how much you need for a down payment and how much you can realistically set aside each month. Retirement is another key area that requires careful planning. Discuss whether you'll combine retirement accounts or keep them separate, and how much you'll contribute to savings each year. By discussing these big-picture goals, you'll ensure that your financial plans align with your shared future. Long-term planning is where financial literacy and love truly intersect. You're building a life together, so why not build a financial future with just as much intention? Whether your dream is owning a home, retiring early, or traveling the world, it all starts with a solid financial plan. Set clear goals and work backward. How much do you need to save? What investments can help you get there? Planning for retirement might seem far off, but the sooner you start, the better. And it's not just about saving. Don't forget to consider your insurance needs, future family plans, and even how you want to manage unexpected events. When you take the time to plan your future together, you're setting yourselves up for long-term success, not just financially, but as a couple too. And there you have it, financial literacy for couples. Building a strong financial foundation isn't just about numbers, it's about trust, transparency, and teamwork. By openly discussing money, setting shared goals, and budgeting together, you can take control of your financial future and strengthen your relationship in the process. Remember, financial literacy is an ongoing journey, and each lesson you learn brings you closer to achieving your shared dreams. Now, if you found this video helpful, I highly recommend watching my next video, which is the perfect complement to this one. Don't hesitate to share this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts in the comments section. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.